The southeastern province of Sistan-Baluchistan shares a 1,600-kilometer frontier with the tense regions of Afghanistan and Pakistan. The border between Iran and Pakistan, with its lots of mountainous regions, is not that easy to control. Creating an ideal hideout, it has become a key crossing point for opium from Afghanistan to Europe and the US, and has also been hit by a string of terrorist attacks by a group calling itself Jundollah.
Iran has been the main victim of extremism and terrorist attacks. For more than 2 years, the terrorist group Jundollah has been responsible for many incidents, including the several cases of bomb blasts and kidnapping operations, and killing 11 members of the Revolutionary Guard Corps.
In one particular incident, the group took it even further.
The group essentially cut off the highway between Zahedan and Zabul, two cities in southeastern Iran. They stopped all the cars. Then they separated the men from the women and children. Then they took the men to one side and executed them in front of their families, in front of their young children and women. They actually took videos of this whole gruesome incident.
So far, Islamabad has not kept its promise to hand over the leader of the group, Abdul Malik Rigi, who is actually based in Pakistan. Rasul Akram and FAT operational bases were established in the remote southeast corner of Iran mainly to conduct counter-terrorist operations, and have managed to partly disband the group.
During an operation carried out in the southern parts, in Iran Shah on December 13th, 13 members of the group were arrested, and the masterminds behind their operations were killed, among them 2 key members known as Yasser and Saifullah.
Terrorist attacks, drug trafficking, and organized crime have become so deeply interrelated that it's hard to tell which the Iranian government is fighting against.
We have spent over 14 billion to block the 400 kilometers of border. We are paying an extremely high price, not only in terms of money, but lives.
More than 3,300 Iranian security personnel have been killed in the clashes in the region since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. But why don't we hear that much about all this?
The activities of Jundollah, of this terrorist group, isn't really covered by Western media. And this is quite deliberate, actually, because the group receives much support from the United States. They receive help from the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, as well as US forces in Afghanistan just over the border. And the other point, of course, is that this fits into a wider picture. We also have trouble, Iran also has a considerable amount of trouble with terrorist activity on the western side of Iran. And this is specifically to do with US support of the MKO, the Mujahideen Khalq organization. And they also receive major help from the United States, weapons, all sorts of training and training to carry out their acts of terrorism and sabotage and so on.
The question remains whether the U.S. is leading a war on terrorism or a war of terrorism. Disumi Shah Ahmadi, Press TV, Zahedan.